In this video, I'm creating a user authentication application using Servlet and MySQL database. So basically, a login form will be provided to the user where he or she is supposed to enter the username and password. If the values entered by the user will match exactly with the values present in the table residing inside the database, then we can give a welcome message to the user, or else we can say sorry. So here for this application, the software requirement is as follows. I'll be using NetBeans IDE 8.1 with GlassFish Server 4.1, MySQL 5.6, and MySQL connector jar file. So these are the steps for creating this application. First of all, we'll create a database in MySQL. So here, as we can see, UserDB is the name of my database, inside which I'm creating a table named user. In this table, I have already inserted two records. So these are my records. Username is admin, the corresponding password is root. The second record is for uname it is Scott, and for u password it is Tiger. Once my database will be ready, I can go to NetBeans and create a new project. Then I'll have to edit index.html file. Then I can create a servlet file. Before running the project, I need to add MySQL connector jar file to it. And then finally, I can run the project. This is the expected output, a login form where user is supposed to enter the username and password. So as I've said before, if the values entered by the user will match exactly with the values present in the database, a user will be getting a welcome message along with the name of the user, or else sorry, try again. This message will appear. We'll start with the creation of database. So here, the first query is create database userdb, where userdb is the name of my database. The next query is use userdb. So before creating a table in the database, we have to first of all fire use userdb query so that the table will get created inside that database. My next query is create table. The first field is uname of data type character with limits of 25 characters. I am declaring this field as a primary key. My second field is upassword, data type character with maximum length of 10 characters. So I'm just describing my table here. Let me insert two records in this table. So my first record is insert into user values admin root. Here is my second record. So the username is Scott and password is Tiger. If I'm firing select star query, it will give me both the records which are there in the table. Now we'll create a project in NetBeans. So for that I'll have to go to File, New Project, Java Web, Web Application. Next. The name of my application is User Authentication App. Click on Next. This is a default server. Click on Next. You're not selecting any framework, so click on Finish. So this is User Authentication App, in which we can find index.html. Now on index.html file, I'm creating a design for login form. So here is my first heading, that is login form. I've taken a form tag with two attributes. The first attribute is method, whose value is equal to post. For dealing with sensitive information like username and password, we should use post method instead of get method. The value of action attribute will be the name of our servlet. Here is my first label, that is username, in front of which I have taken a text field. The name given to this text field is txt_uname. In a similar way, my second label is password, in front of which I have taken a password field. The name given to this field is txt_upass. Two buttons I have taken over here. The first button is of type submit and second button is of type reset. So my index.html file is ready now. We can create servlet. For that we have to go to source packages, right click, new, servlet. The name of my servlet is authentication serve. Package name is servlet. Click on next. Check this checkbox so that the information will get added to the deployment descriptor and click on finish. In authentication servlet file, along with the basic packages, we need to import one more package, and that is import java.sql.star. Now let us try to understand the code for doPost method. So in doPost method, the very first object I'm creating is of class printWriter. We can perform the printing task by using this object. The name of this object is out. Then the second statement is connection con is equal to null. So basically con is an object of connection class. By using this object, we can make connection with MySQL database. The next statement is statement stmt is equal to null. So by using stmt, we can execute SQL queries. Here I'm taking the next statement, that is result set rs is equal to null. So basically, after executing the SQL query, whatever result it will return, that result can be stored inside this object. We're declaring two string variables here, that is n and p. I've taken one integer variable, that is cnt, whose initial value is equal to 0. Now by making use of getParameter method, we are storing the value of txt_uname in variable n. In a similar way, I'm making use of getParameter method to store the value of txt_upass inside variable p. Now to connect MySQL database with our application, we need to follow these following steps. So here I need to put this code inside try catch block. The very first step is for initialization of JDBC driver. So for doing that initialization, we need to say class.forName, inside which I need to provide the name of the driver. So here the driver name is com.mysql.jdbc.driver. Once this driver will get loaded, we need to create an object of connection class. So for that, I need to make use of getConnection method, which is belonging to driver manager class, inside which we need to provide a string. So the string is jdbc://localhost/userdb. UserDB is the name of my database, what I've created in MySQL. This is the username for MySQL and password for MySQL. So once this connection will get established, I need to create an object of statement class by using which I can execute the SQL queries. So here I'm saying stmt is equal to con.create statement. And now by making use of stmt object, I am making use of execute query method to execute select star from user query. So whatever result will be returned by this query, that is nothing but all the records from user table, will get stored inside object rs. This rs is belonging to result set class, as we can see here. As we are using select star from user query here, there will be several records which will get stored inside object rs. Now to go through each and every record, we are making use of while loop. Along with that, we are having one method, that is next method. This method moves the cursor from first row to the next row. Also, if my result set has values present in it, it will return value true. If my result set has no value present in it, it will return false. So let us try to understand the iterations here. Inside this loop, I am taking two variables, un and up. Un will be used for getting the value of very first column. So here, as we can see, my first column is uname and my second column is upassword. So for getting the value of uname and upassword, I'm making use of their index number. Index number 1 is indicating uname, index number 2 is indicating upassword. So one by one, their values will get retrieved and will get stored inside these variables. Now here, we are making use of equals method to compare the values what user have entered with the values which are stored in the database. If these values will get matched, we'll be getting the message welcome. Along with that, we are incrementing the counter variable what we have declared here. So this count who was initialized to 0 will become 1. And then I'm making use of break statement which will take us out of this block. In case if the user is entering the values which are not present in the database, so definitely these statements won't be able to get executed. Ultimately, we will come out of it and then the value of my counter variable will still remain to 0. In that situation, the user will be getting a message, sorry, try again. So this is my servlet file which is ready now. I need to take the value of my servlet file. So I'm just copying it and will be pasting it inside index.html file as a value of action attribute. One more very important step we need to follow here is we need to add MySQL jar file. For that, right click on libraries, add jar or folder. So here I'm taking MySQL connector. Let's clean and build the project. Build successful. So now I can run the project. Right click, select run. This is the output of this web application. So on this login form, if I'm putting any of these combinations, that is for username admin and for password root, or for username Scott and for password tiger, after clicking on login button, it will give me welcome message along with the name of the user, or else it will give me the other message that is sorry, try again later. So let's try the very first combination, that is admin and root. Here it is giving me welcome admin. Similarly, for the next combination, that is Scott, password is tiger, it is giving me welcome message. Let me re-execute the same application by using some wrong values. So here I'm providing password is ABCD. Here it is giving me sorry, try again. In this way, we can perform user authentication by using database. Thank you.